Now, we don't have to worry about this peasant playoff competition, whatever you want to call it, but this is Fog Football, and we're still going to react to the playoffs that have been revealed today. Alright, so, of course, this is going to narrow the field down. 16 teams, I believe, are here, and, of course, only a few of them can go through to make up some of the playoff spots in the 2026 World Cup. Like I've already pointed out, we don't have to worry about this now. Looked like for a few periods of time against Denmark, we might have to worry about this, but it's fun having to just sit back, look at these teams and see what home nations, nations close to home, nations we don't like, and Diddy nations could potentially be doing into the World Cup, because the field is beginning, it's almost completed as the World Cup field. Now, of course, no more international breaks until March, but we can put the slippers on in March. See the slippers that Kasper Schmeichel was wearing on Tuesday? We can take a loan of them because he'll need boots, because his team will be taking on a whole host of teams in here. But the draw was done about, 12:30 earlier on today, so let's not waste any more time, baby, and let's get into it. So as you can see, pot 1 consisted of Italy, Denmark, Turkey, Ukraine. Again, 4 tough teams. Italy, definitely not what they once were. Italy are so weird. They had a 37 game unbeaten run, won the 2020 Euros, but it feels like they've done absolutely nothing outside of that for years. It's insane. Denmark are good, right? I mean, I'll use a bit of banter and say this, the slippers, the jacket, alright? Well, the jacket would definitely more suit Italy, but anyway, less about Richie April and more about Denmark. Good team, Denmark. I think we got lucky against them, but who cares? You honestly, yeah, the red card, etc., different day, yada yada yada. But when your luck's in and something's meant to happen, and there's 3 goals as good as what we scored, and you score 4 against a team like Denmark, you deserve to go through, and we did deserve to beat them in that game of football, man. Make no mistake about it. But they're still a good team, Denmark. They always make it into these competitions. I think this would be their first time in over 10 years that they haven't made a competition, so sucks to be the Danes, baby. Turkey, again, they were a bit shite in the Euros a couple of years ago, but they're getting a bit better. And as for Ukraine, they always sniff around these, don't they? Pot 2, we've got Poland, Wales, Czech Republic and Slovakia. Poland are good, Wales are good, so's the Czech Republic, so's Slovakia. Not much, really, between the 4 teams. I would say Slovakia are narrowly just the weakest team in pot 2. Into pot 3, we've got the Republic of Ireland, Albania, Bosnia and Kosovo. Yeah, I mean, I think it's insane that the Republic of Ireland are actually in this, considering... It's funny though, because we just completely outshined what they achieved. When did they do it? Was it Sunday? Or was it Saturday? Don't even fucking know. Anyway, when they came back and won 3-2 and beat Hungary, us on the Tuesday, actually getting there with 3 belter of goals, by the way, just ours was better. Let's not even spin it. But I mean, I've seen this tweet about international football, and somebody's like, I like international football because it's the most level playing field that you can sadly get in football these days. And you know, it's kind of true, because yeah, I do believe they have made it pretty much practically impossible for the big nations not to qualify. But when you just look at the face of it, you can't sign people. It's only people that are eligible to play for these countries that can play for these countries. And that's what makes it so unique compared to club football. Club football, I mean, we can just see the gaps, the gulfs between nations and European competitions, etc., etc. It's getting ever wider. With international football, it can't really happen to a degree. I mean, yeah, you've still got your great nations and your shite nations, but for the most part, anybody can beat anybody, and I do like that. Moving into pot 4, Sweden, Romania, North Macedonia and Northern Ireland in here. Again, Sweden are fucking ranked rotten at the minute. I'm going to assume Sweden got their semi-final or their playoff spot booked in the Nations League a couple of years, the 2024-25 interim overall ranking. Either or, man. Let's just get into the draw. So, Path A, Italy at home to Northern Ireland. Then you get Wales at home to Bosnia. So, again, tough games, man, for the home nations, because what it means is that Italy are probably realistically going to be facing both of them. No, I mean, Northern Ireland were pretty good against Germany. Conceded late on against Slovakia to put them out of finishing second. But see, am I dumb or what? If you can't top the group, right? If you can't top the group, but you've already got a playoff spot, then is finishing second even worth anything? Like say NI or Wales or whatever. Say any team that's got a playoff spot secured. Is there any benefit of finishing second then? Can you not just finish third? Does it matter? Does it do anything if you finish second with a playoff spot? Do you automatically finish in a higher pot? It seems just to be off ranking. I'm not too sure. Either or, I would expect Italy to beat NI, folks. Wales against Bosnia. I think Wales would be the favourite. I mean, put it this way, it's going to be a couple of interesting games because it looks like Italy are going to be facing two home nations. Now, in terms of Italy, there's no real excuse for them not to make it through that, but based off recent years, it could be crazy. But the final I'd like to see here is Wales versus Northern Ireland. That would be interesting to me, seeing two home nations battle it out for a spot in the World Cup, and I'm always a fan of seeing the home nations at the tournament, so that'd be interesting. Right, Path B, Ukraine against Sweden. Tough game, but I think Ukraine are clear favourites for me because I think Sweden have fucking nosedived. Then you've got Poland versus Albania. I think this is going to be a Ukraine-Poland final. The two teams that hosted the 2012 Euros. Path C, we get Turkey versus Romania and Slovakia versus Kosovo. Again, I think Turkey are the clear favourites to go through this, but you never know. I would like to see a Kosovo at the World Cup, a bit of a lesser team, but you could argue there's enough lesser teams at this World Cup. And then we get Path D, of course, which is Denmark against North Macedonia. Denmark's going to win that. And then the Republic against Czech Republic. So I think that's going to be Denmark, Czech Republic. But again, Republic of Ireland have proven a lot of people wrong last couple of games. But what I would say is, I can't see them beating Czech Republic away and then beating Denmark away. I feel like that is a step too far. Because, yeah, they've done really well the last couple of games, but let's face it, their team ain't that great. We struggled, against Denmark. We got a point and we beat them, obviously, the other day, but I look at the Republic of Ireland team. Yeah, they're definitely better than North Macedonia, but in terms of Czech Republic and Denmark, I'd say they're worse. They're just worse. So it'll be interesting. And obviously we've got the qualified teams. How good's that? How good is that? How good's that, baby? Down there. Group C winners, November 18th, baby. That's when we made it in. Yeah, and I think that's where we'll leave it, folks. So yeah, leave your thoughts down below. We are fucking loving life, man. Roll on the summer.